Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. It's me, Addy, again, and I hope you guys are doing alright. So if you're a fellow FF7 fan like I am, then you may be aware that FF7 Ever Crisis, the upcoming mobile game that covers the entirety of the compilation of Final Fantasy VII, is coming out in a few days on September 7th. And I only just found out about 10 minutes ago while I was browsing through Twitter that this game is coming out this soon, and not only that, we also have a launch trailer for the game, which I'm actually pretty eager to check out with you guys today. I haven't seen it at all. I just saw the thumbnail, which I believe is a young Sephiroth from what I can ascertain. And yeah, I can't wait to check this out with you guys. Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game ever made, and so I am always on top of anything and everything Final Fantasy VII related, right? I love going through all of these different games and experiences and expansions within the universe of Final Fantasy VII and the franchise as a whole. And Ever Crisis is just the latest one. A lot of you may already know this, but I'm actually not huge on the concept of this being a gacha mobile game. I saw a tiny bit of the hands-on impressions a couple months ago from all the cool kids who got to access the beta for the game. And it looked kind of okay, but you know me, I'm here to experience everything, right? The good, the bad, the ugly, the whatever, as long as it has to do with Final Fantasy VII. So without further ado, here we go. We're going to check out the trailer for Ever Crisis. Let's do this. Here we go. Got the trailer opened up. Last time we reacted to anything FF7 Ever Crisis related, it was during December. There was another trailer put out back then, a long time ago, almost an entire year ago. But here we go. This is the first trailer that we're checking out here ever since. Let's do this. It's a short trailer, 2 minutes and 19. Let's go. For iOS and Android, we'll have to see how I can get this set up with BlueStacks. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way to stream it, you guys. Okay, here we go. Talking about the live stream, of course. Interesting. Yeah, these are some new characters. From my understanding, they were introduced in the first Soldier. Oh my god, Sephiroth's Masamune looks sick. That's cool because I got a Masamune recently. I can't get over that. My brother's amazing. Yeah, we still don't know Sephiroth, so that's kind of cool. We're gonna learn more about him. But yeah, he had materia slotted in his Masamune. Did you guys see that? There's Don Corneo. There's some FS7 stuff here. Coverage of the original, and we're fighting the Motorball and the High Wind, or I'm sorry, the Highway. Party Daytona. I gotta say, one of my favorite things about this game, despite me not being huge on the gacha stuff, is the fact that we've got chibi characters here. It's like a chibi rendition of, and some of these environments look amazing, but yeah, it's a chibi rendition of Final Fantasy VII. Hey, my boy Zach. Hell yes. Yeah, we got a pretty extensive look last December on some of the gameplay here, including some of these Crisis Core scenes. I'm really excited to go through all of it, man. Even Dirge, yes, even Dirge Cerberus in chibi mobile form. It's going to be really interesting. Even though I'm not huge on mobile gaming or gachas, it's Final Fantasy VII, like I said. But yeah, so these are some new characters, looks like, that were introduced in First Soldier, which is the Battle Royale game that got shut down recently, or a couple of months ago now. Or maybe even a year ago. I don't know. It's been a while. Time's flying by fast, you guys. And I think these are the first soldiers, right? Okay, they're going on a boat. So this is like brand new story stuff with brand new... Oh, Sephiroth. He looks good, man. He looks cool. Who's that? They're talking about Wutai? Potentially, right? The whole Wutai war was going on. Kuraudo. I love it. Available worldwide September 7, 2023. Of course, Sephiroth's continuing to be a bully to Cloud. I love it. Of course, he's got to, like, you know, pester Cloud there in some way with his evil schemes all the time. That's just the dynamic that's always been the case between Sephiroth and Cloud. Love it. I like that there's that energy there. And it was really interesting seeing Sephiroth interacting with some of these First Soldier characters. So yeah, some very interesting stuff going on here, right? With Sephiroth and the First Soldiers. I think he's talking to one of them here. And the way I interpret this is they're talking about the morals involved with attacking Wutai and going to war with them. And Sephiroth here, this looks really cool, right? Sephiroth kind of, he's at this stage in his life where he's naive and he's a lot younger, and he's kind of becoming a lot more brooding, right? As a result of everything he is kind of going through. I think that's basically what his face is trying to convey. I think the visuals look really good for some of these models here. I know this is an FMV. I know this is like a cinematic for the trailer here. I don't know if we're going to get this quality of visuals in the game itself during some of the cinematics. I'd love to see if that's the case, and I am open to being pleasantly surprised. That would be amazing. I hope this isn't just promotional stuff. Stuff like this and here as well. Right, all of these cinematics here, the pre-rendered ones. But it's interesting what he's talking about, Sephiroth. Story is given shape. And this is so cool. I love how you see the materia slots in his Masamune there. It's so sick. FMVs are amazing. Yeah, we still don't know Sephiroth. I love that they're putting in that tagline there, right, to kind of showcase how this experience is mainly going to be about learning an angle of Sephiroth we didn't know before, aka his past and what happened before the events of Final Fantasy VII with him, between when he was born during the Genova experiments, right, during Project S, and the beginning of Crisis Core. We don't know anything about Sephiroth during that period, to my understanding. So it's going to be really cool seeing a lot of the stuff there and filling in the blanks for that. And also getting to see all of these, of course. That's the main appeal of this game. Amazing moments from the entire compilation of Final Fantasy VII again. All the way from Before Crisis, which I've never played, to Advent Children, which obviously I haven't played. No one's played. It was a movie, and now they're making it playable in the form of this game. Really cool stuff. You can experience all the adventures they go on. And yeah, the gameplay, it looks all right. I'm a sucker for turn-based. I'm a big fan of it, so I shouldn't have a problem with the combat itself. I think I'm going to enjoy it. But we'll see how it kind of measures up in the grand scheme of things. What the gameplay actually feels like. Overall, I am looking forward to this, even though, again, it's a mobile game and it's gacha. Looks very, very fun, for sure. Now, here's what's interesting. This is something that's very telling. So her name is Lucy, I believe, and he's Glenn, I think. And they're talking about where soldier PO class born from, or P0 class born from Project Zero, passive model class P0. I think what is going to end up being the case is that Sephiroth was the very first quote-unquote soldier, even though he wasn't called that, right? Really, this soldier program was created as a result of Sephiroth being born in order for Shinra, the company, to find the promised land, right? They injected a bunch of Genova cells into Sephiroth, who they mistakenly assumed, who being Genova, they mistakenly assumed was a Cetra, right? They wanted to recreate the Cetra race, and they injected a bunch of Genova souls into the poor kid and his mom, and he turned into the crazy, unfathomably strong being we know as Sephiroth. But then they saw his powers, I think, and then they wanted to kind of mass produce a bunch of superpowered superhumans, essentially, like Sephiroth. And so they started doing these other experiments during these various soldier programs, one of which was the very first one, obviously, called Project Zero, to create the first soldiers. That's my kind of interpretation of that for now. But I'm very curious to see what the actual story is behind all of it. And it's cool, right? I like the visuals a lot for everything. These characters, all of it, the environments, the chibi stuff. And to me, one of the really interesting things about this whole game is how when you're in combat, you actually see the 3D models of the characters and you're no longer in chibi land like this. God, like the more I watch this, the more I'm like, I wish this was on Switch, you know? There's just something so fun about playing a chibi or, you know, soft art or pixel art, whatever kind of game on the Switch, especially if it's an RPG or some kind of turn-based game. You have to choose whose lives are important to you. This part is so interesting, man. I cannot wait to see what the heck is going on in this game. Lots of interesting stuff here. Is that just some of my random thoughts in this game while watching this trailer with you guys? I'm overall really excited, even though, like I said, the genre doesn't really jive with me as a whole, mobile games or gacha games. But it's Final Fantasy VII, you know me. I'm here for all of it. So yeah, guys, that was the launch trailer for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, which again comes out September 7th. Let me know what you guys think, especially if you are fellow fans of Final Fantasy VII. Are you excited for this? Are you not excited? Do you kind of not care at all? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like I said, I'm kind of in the middle here. I'm really excited on the one hand because this is more Final Fantasy VII stuff, especially since this is brand new story stuff we're getting as well, right? Initially, I thought the first soldier was just going to be, or I'm sorry, Ever Crisis was just going to be more stuff related to the compilation, right? Just a retelling of the compilation in a different style of game. But the fact that we're getting even more new story now, just like with the remake project itself, is kind of bonkers to me, and I'm really, really looking forward to that. So those are my overall feelings in the game. Excited because it's Final Fantasy VII. We're getting more story in the world of Final Fantasy VII. Kind of meh on the you know, genre stuff, like it's a mobile game, the platform, not big on that, obviously, and the fact that it's gacha. Maybe the gacha will be all right. I did play a little bit of Dissidia Opera Omnia not very long ago on my iPad, and I didn't hate it, right? It was kind of cool. It was kind of fun. It was very cute overall, and some of the gacha stuff wasn't too bad. Honestly, one of the better gacha experiences I have had with a game. So I'm hoping that this is within the realm of that in terms of how enjoyable it is, if not better. I think it's going to be better simply because it's Final Fantasy VII, you know. But anywho's, those are just some of my thoughts in this trailer. This is my reaction to it. And yeah, I'm very much so looking forward to Ever Crisis coming out on the 7th of September, very, very soon, which I believe is in less than a week now. Holy shit, there's just so many games coming out this year. And yeah, I can't wait to try it out. It's going to be kind of funky because I'm going to have to stream this using BlueStacks. Somehow I'm going to have to capture all of this on OBS on stream for you guys. But I believe in us. I believe we can do it. I believe that with my limited capacity to solving technical quandaries, right, despite that, we're going to be able to figure this out and get BlueStacks up and running. But anywho's, guys, I've rambled on long enough. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, keep on keeping on.